Well, okay, this question always pops. Should church musicians be paid or not? Thank you for asking. I am always excited to speak concerning things that regards to musicians. And I would say whoever offers a skill should be paid. Whoever offers a skill and does it well, you're actually rendering a service. You are providing a solution. So you should be paid as a church musician. But the question is not really the main thing. That question is not the question that should be asked. The question that we should be asking is, first of all, can the payer afford to pay that musician? Okay, secondly, can the payer afford to pay that musician what he is demanding for? And thirdly, can the payer afford to pay that musician what he deserves? Because, of course, with the level of our skill, there should come an increase in our pay, normally speaking. That's if we have a regulation that differentiates the level of our skills. But the main question is not the crux of the matter, because the truth is three things are involved. I just talked about the payer, but the truth is we also have the musician in question, we have the pay in question, we have the payer, which I just talked about. The payer is the person who will pay. Does the person have the capacity, the capability, and is the person willing and able to pay? That is the question, first of all. Then secondly, when you talk about a musician, you need to understand, first of all, that a musician is a human being. So music is what you do, right? I guess that's why you are demanding pay. That's why you feel you should be paid. So music is what you do. And you cannot cut the fact that you're a human from being a musician. First of all, you are human. So the question should be, do I have enough capacity? Do I have enough worth to demand pay? That is one question aside. But another question is this: am I supposed to leave my financial survival or my finances to a particular body, a church, maybe a club or whatever? Am I supposed to leave my survival in the hands of a church, a club, an event center? Am I supposed to do that? That's a big question. At least as a musician, that's a big question I would ask. Because the truth is, if you are a musician and you also are a contractor, for example, you're a building contractor, and someone calls on you and say, okay, I want you to help me renovate my office. And you won the contract and your profit margin is somewhere around 10 million naira. Let's assume 10 million naira. And you play in a church where they pay you 150,000 or 200,000 naira. And on Sunday, you discover that you are supposed to work on Sunday so as to meet up. And for example, if the project will take you 4 weeks, that's basically 4 weeks, and you have to work every day of the week or supervise every day of the week for you to deliver the job properly and on time. Are you going to ditch a profit of 10, 15 million naira to ensure that you meet your paycheck in church of 200,000 naira in a month? Think about that for a moment. So the question right now is that there is need for money, and that is why we are saying musicians should be paid in church, right? But must our money compulsorily come from music? I mean, if you get bigger contracts that will guarantee you huge pay, should you ditch the huge pay because you are employed in church to play? So I think the bigger question we should ask ourselves as musicians is, how much is my worth? How much more than a musician am I? How much value am I bringing to the table that will make me worth more. Not necessarily whether we should be paid or not as musicians. Remember I said, you don't know if the church has the capacity. Okay, well, you can say you look for a church that has the capacity. Fine, it's okay. The question here now is not about the church. It's about your finances. And I will ask you this question again. Are you going to leave your survival in the hands of a church? Of course, there are benefits in serving in a church for free. I personally don't collect pay from churches to play. There are benefits in serving for free. I know that you get to network. I don't even want to have to start listing the benefits so that you won't feel I'm trying to cajole you to play for free. But the bigger question is not, I repeat, it's not whether musicians that play in church should be paid or not. But the big question is, are you worth enough to guarantee that you survive financially as a musician? Do not leave your passion, your drive, and your survival in the hands of anybody. You leave it in the hands of God and work. Do not depend on anyone. I'll be running a series in the month of May at the Soundbank Music and Media Hub in the city of Ibadan, where we'll be talking about these things, talking about the issues and the challenges that affect us as musicians, how we can be better, how we can walk away from the purist mentality and understand that we need to thrive as musicians also. So, I love you to stay tuned, keep tuned to my pages on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram, so you can get more information about surviving and thriving as a musician. See you next time. Thank you.